Well, we're standing right now in the middle of Bicentennial Park. And Bicentennial Park is without a doubt the coolest space in downtown Oklahoma City.
The history of this particular place was that it was the rail yard. And there was a moment in time when the rails were called the Iron Wall because it was holding Oklahoma City back from growing. There's a really great photograph that shows a celebration in front of the railroad station. And I always thought it was that it had just been constructed, but the celebration was really to tear it down so that downtown could grow.
The previous park was not well laid out, not well designed. It was almost somewhat dangerous.
It was too cluttered, and it was kind of divided up into all these little spaces that blocked the view. And with the two great buildings at both ends, we wanted to open up that axis straight down the middle where you could stand on one front door and look straight to the other. Even as the park matured and grew in, that would never go away.
It takes and very much honors the two buildings, City Hall and the Civic Center Music Hall, and then the landscaping is used to complement those buildings.
The plan of the park was really a matter of looking around at those things that might be points of inspiration, whether it be the flutes on the columns or the cast aluminum, the scale of it. But along the way, we discovered these fabulous lanterns on each end of the Civic Center and these wonderful sweeping lines. We thought, wow, there's something there. So we began to develop that idea in plan, and as we did it, it just seemed to fit more and more, and it allowed this flow into the park, it allowed the flow out of the park, it added a really nice connection. And so you saw the relationship of being inspired by the history and yet adding a modern touch.
This park is fabulous. It's open, it's very inviting, and very well utilized. It's really changed downtown.
We didn't even know that the award was being planned or was being submitted, and the city did that, and I'm really proud of them for feeling like the project was good enough to even be considered for something like that. And then when we found out that it had been honored as a great public space, when it's honored like that, it says that the things that we did were communicated and communicated properly, and others saw the value in what we did.
This is a perfect space for an arts festival. We had 144 artists here, over 21 food booths, 5,000 volunteers working here on the grounds over the space of 6 days, 3 performing arts stages. There was a stage right on the steps of City Hall. I mean, this park is bookended by these 2 fantastic Art Deco buildings. And it's just a beautiful location.
You've seen the renovation of Civic Center because of MAPS 1, and you've seen the renovation of the park because of our 75th anniversary. It used to be Oklahoma, you would go to New York City and they'd say, oh, you're from Oklahoma. And now it's, oh, you're from Oklahoma. How do we get our acts in your hall and how do we get our acts there? But it's so heavily utilized. The park is increasing significantly also. It was a design for the urban density and the growth of downtown and to be the park of all the downtown citizens. In addition to that, we do weddings, we do the Starlight Supper from downtown Oklahoma City. We do multiple festivals. We did the Jazz Festival, we did opening night, we did Silman Coleman, Race for the Cure. Anything you can imagine this park is used for.
As an architect, the process is so important, but in the end, when people begin to use it, when it begins to be occupied, is really a thrill because you don't know exactly what the outcome is going to be and you sort of hold your breath a little bit. But then when you see the neighborhood start to realize, wow, that's a pretty cool place, it becomes a part of those people that use the park, and that's happening right now.